Hey everyone, welcome back to Easy English Podcast. I'm James, your host.
And I am Stacy, your co-host.
Today we're tackling one of the most transformative habits you can develop, thinking in English. If you've ever found yourself pausing mid-conversation to translate from your native language, then you're in the right video.
Today, we're going to break down the process into clear, actionable steps, share some interactive exercises, and reveal tips that have helped English learners switch their inner dialogue directly to English.
Let's kick things off by discussing why thinking in English is so important. When you stop translating from your native language, you eliminate a major cognitive bottleneck. Every time you translate, you lose valuable seconds, and that extra step can slow down your fluency.
Exactly, James. When your brain starts processing thoughts directly in English, your responses become more natural and spontaneous. Imagine waking up and your first thought is, I need a cup of coffee, without having to mentally translate it. That's the magic of thinking in English.
Right. And here's a quick challenge for our viewers. Pause this video for a moment, look around you, and try to name 5 objects in English without translating. Once you're done, drop one of those words in the comments with the hashtag #ThinkInEnglishChallenge. Let's see those responses.
Great job, everyone! Even if you struggled, don't worry. This is all part of training your brain. Now, let's talk about how you can make this shift happen.
To transform your inner dialogue, I break the process down into 3 essential pillars: immersion, active practice, and reflection. These pillars form the foundation for training your brain to think in English. First up is immersion. This means surrounding yourself with English in every possible way. Change your phone's language settings, watch movies and TV shows in English, listen to podcasts, and read articles and books, all in English. The more you expose your brain to the language, the quicker it starts adapting.
Absolutely. Immersion helps your mind absorb the rhythm, pronunciation, and natural flow of English. It's like giving your brain a constant stream of live English input, so it gradually gets used to processing ideas without the need for translation.
Here's a quick tip. Today, dedicate 10 minutes to watching an English video clip or listening to a podcast. Let the language flow. Trust me, your brain will start picking up patterns almost immediately. Next, active practice. This is where you use English yourself. And the best part? You can practice anywhere, even when you're alone. Talk to yourself, think out loud, or record short voice memos.
I can't stress this enough. When you actively practice speaking in English, you're training your brain to formulate thoughts directly in English. It might feel awkward at first, but that's completely normal. The more you practice, the more natural it will become.
Let's do a quick exercise together. Look around your room, and for the next 15 seconds, name as many objects as you can in English. Ready? Go.
Awesome! Even if you hesitated on a few words, that's okay. The goal is to start making direct associations with English words. If any words gave you trouble, jot them down in your notebook for later review. And here's another practice tip. Form simple sentences in your head. Imagine you're at your favorite cafe. Think, I'm enjoying a warm cup of coffee. Or, the cafe smells amazing. Try to form these sentences without mentally translating from your native language. The third pillar is reflection. After you practice, take a moment to review what worked and what didn't. Ask yourself, which words were hard to recall? Which sentences flowed naturally? Write these down in a journal.
Reflection is key because it helps you identify areas for improvement. When you look back at your notes, you can see your progress and adjust your practice accordingly. It's like giving your brain feedback.
I always keep a small diary in English. Every morning, I write down a few thoughts about my day. Over time, I can see how my sentences become more fluid. I encourage you to try this too. It's a simple habit with huge benefits.
All right, now that we've covered the 3 pillars, let's dive into some practical, interactive exercises designed to keep your brain active and engaged in English. Our first exercise is the object naming challenge. I want you to look around your environment and name at least 10 objects in English without translating. Let's do it together now. Great work. Even if you stumbled a bit, that's a sign you're challenging your brain. The key here is repetition. Do this every day, and soon you'll notice that your words come to you instantly.
Absolutely. And if you found a word difficult, write it down later and look it up. This is how you build a direct link between the object and its English name. Next, we have simple sentence formation. Imagine you're sitting in a park. Visualize the scene clearly: birds chirping, people walking by. Now, form a sentence in your mind like, "It's a beautiful sunny day, and I'm enjoying the fresh air."
That's right. Now, try expanding it with a detail. The sound of birds chirping and the gentle breeze make me feel peaceful. Practice this silently or out loud. The more details you add, the richer your mental image becomes.
If you're comfortable, say your sentence out loud. The goal is to bypass translation and let the sentence form naturally in your head. If you can, try doing this for different settings, at a cafe, in your bedroom, or on a bus. This variety will help your brain adapt to multiple scenarios in English.
Now let's move on to self-conversations. This exercise is fantastic for simulating real-life dialogues. Picture yourself greeting a friend. Imagine the conversation like this. "Hi, how are you today?"
I'm doing great, thanks. How about you?
"Pretty good. I'm excited to learn something new." Try this exercise now. Visualize or even speak the conversation out loud. Switch up the context. Maybe imagine you're at a language club, at work, or at a party. The more you practice these scenarios, the more natural your English dialogue becomes.
After practicing, take a moment to reflect on your conversation. What felt natural? What words did you hesitate on? Jot these down in your diary and review them later. Finally, one of the most powerful long-term habits is keeping a daily English diary. Every morning before you start your day, take 5 minutes to write down a few sentences in English about your plans, feelings, or reflections. For example, you might write, "Today, I'm excited to meet my friends for lunch, work on a new project, and take a walk in the park." This practice not only reinforces your daily immersion, but also helps you track your progress over time. Over time, you'll look back and see how much your language skills have improved, and more importantly, you'll notice that you're thinking directly in English without that extra translation step.
I know many of you struggle with the fear of making mistakes or feel self-conscious when practicing out loud. Trust me, it's completely normal. Every learner stumbles, and each mistake is a stepping stone to improvement.
Absolutely, James. The key is to view mistakes as valuable learning opportunities rather than failures. When you catch yourself hesitating, write down the word or phrase you struggled with and look it up later. Over time, you'll see those stumbling blocks turn into stepping stones.
For instance, if you're nervous about speaking out loud, start by whispering your thoughts. Gradually, as your confidence builds, you can speak at a normal volume. Your progress is unique, so take it one step at a time. Let's discuss some great tools that can help you on your journey. Technology is a fantastic ally for language learners.
Absolutely. Language learning apps are fantastic for daily practice. But beyond that, I recommend using digital tools to keep a diary. They let you set daily reminders so you never miss your practice.
Also, don't forget language exchange apps. Chatting with native speakers forces you to think on your feet in English, which is an incredible way to accelerate your fluency.
Remember, setting daily reminders is key. Even 5 minutes a day can make a huge difference over time.
Let's quickly recap what we've covered today. We started by understanding why thinking in English is essential. It saves time and makes conversations flow naturally. We broke down the process into 3 pillars: immersion, active practice, and reflection.
Then we dove into interactive exercises, the object naming challenge, simple sentence formation, and self-conversations. We also talked about the importance of keeping a daily English diary and leveraging digital tools to track your progress.
And don't forget our discussion on overcoming common barriers, like the fear of mistakes. Each challenge you face is simply a stepping stone on your path to fluency.
Every time you decide to think in English, you're making your brain stronger, just like exercising a muscle. Consistency is key. Even 5 minutes a day will build up over time.
That's right. Your journey to fluency is a series of small, steady steps. Every practice session brings you closer to thinking and eventually speaking in English effortlessly.
Before we move on, here's your final challenge for today. For the next week, commit to one of our exercises every single day. Whether it's the object naming challenge, forming simple sentences, or having self-conversations, make it a part of your daily routine.
Remember, every moment you spend thinking in English builds a habit that leads to fluency. Embrace every challenge, celebrate your small victories, and keep pushing forward. Your progress is unique, and every step counts. Thank you for joining us on the Easy English podcast. I'm James, reminding you that your journey to fluency starts in your mind. And thank you, Stacy, for sharing your insights and making this conversation so enriching.
Thank you, James. I hope today's episode has inspired our viewers to take that next step toward thinking in English. Remember, every practice session is a victory. Keep your thoughts in English and let your fluency soar.
Let's take a few more moments to reflect on today's lesson. Think about the progress you've made, no matter how small. Every time you switch your thoughts to English, you're reinforcing a habit that will lead to natural fluency.
I encourage you to revisit your daily diary after a week or two. Look back at your entries and notice how your sentences are flowing more naturally. This reflection will motivate you and help you identify areas for improvement.
Every expert started as a beginner. I remember when I first tried to think entirely in English. It wasn't perfect, and I made plenty of mistakes. But every mistake helped me learn and grow. Your journey is no different. Each time you force your brain to think in English, you're training a muscle that will eventually lead to natural, fluent conversation. Your brain is incredible, It adapts and grows with every new challenge. The more you practice thinking in English, the more it will become second nature. Trust the process, be patient, and celebrate each small victory.
If you enjoyed today's episode, please hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss our English learning tips. And don't forget to comment below with your progress and challenges. Until next time, keep your mind active, your heart brave, and your thoughts in English. Happy learning and stay fluent.